Tuesday, the NBI reported to the Senate that Smartmatic system recorded unusual traffic as early as January this year. Recall that a former Smartmatic staff named Ricardo Argana allegedly snicked out a company laptop to leak crucial data. Now, the NBI is suspecting that a hacker behind a common leak incident in 2016 is also involved.
Argana is not acting alone. He was a member of a group that created a company offering their services for penetration testing. Those coincidences would tell us that he is involved.
The NBI clarified, though, that the data downloaded back in January did not involve any information from the Comelec.
Even if XOX are threatening Smartmatic and even uploading comments threatening the public that they're going to expose or upload sensitive information, until now, ma'am, they have failed to fulfill their threat.
Still, Argana will face 726 counts of illegal access in another case on data interference. For its part, Smartmatic is now evaluating its employees and imposing stringent measures.
Before, when we issued the laptops, it was on the honesty basis that you're not allowed to bring the laptops home. Now, we're more stringent at monitoring that you really leave your laptops in the office or in the warehouse.
The Comelec is also waiting for the final result of the NBI's investigation before they jump to a specific action against Smartmatic. In the meantime, a 90 million peso payment for the services of the firm has been withheld.
Because of the proximity of the election, it is not wise to take any drastic action against Smartmatic that might prejudice the conduct of the elections in May 9.
The poll body is also planning to beef up their cybersecurity measures to ensure that election data won't be compromised. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
The MMDA says this new protocol setting bus window hours is just a courtesy accorded to bus operators as the country prepares to shift its common terminals to NLET in the north and PTEX in the south. Speaking to One News, MMDA Chair Romando Artes said buses should only have terminals at the NLET and PTEX. But the LTFRB decided to provide a window period so as not to shock commuters and bus operators with a sudden change.
Yan po yung policy now
Yan.
na talagang lahat dapat sa NLET magta-terminate. It's just that nakiusap po tayo sa LTFRB by tolerance lamang po. Nabigyan po tayo ng window period na payagan ang mga buses pero certain hours lang po of the night. It's been 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. only. So outside of that window period, dapat po sa common terminals po sila lahat pupunta. Yan po ay NLET sa north at PITX sa south.
Meanwhile, amid commuters' negative feedback on the window hours, Artes also maintained that the MMDA only implements these regulations and they are not the proper agency to send complaints to.
Implementation lang ng mga policies that so far as traffic management is concerned. At hindi po kami ang nagdidesisyon yan. You can ask the bus operators. We're doing our best to give them some leeway. But again, hindi po sa amin yung desisyon yan. At lahat po ng comments na yan should be addressed to the proper agencies.
After Senator Ping Lacson admitted his surprise over Manila Mayor Isko Moreno's call for Vice President Leni Robredo to exit the presidential race, Norberto Gonzales meanwhile apologized to the VP, but still linked her to the Reds. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez has the report.
Presidential bets who staged a joint press con to show their united stand to carry on with the race may not have been so united after all. After Senator Ping Lacson admitted his surprise over Manila Mayor Isko Moreno's call for Vice President Leni Robredo to withdraw, Norberto Gonzales said he also did not see Moreno's declaration coming.
Totally unexpected as far as we are concerned. Ewan ko lang si Isko kung pinlano niya yun. Yun lang ang talagang aming topic. Of course, yung underlying message namin na walang aatras.
In a separate television interview, the former National Security Advisor apologized to the VP and admitted to feeling uncomfortable over Moreno's remarks. But Moreno's camp still insists that Moreno only made the withdrawal call following Gonzalez's idea to replace her, as she still trails far behind frontrunner Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Pinipresent nga nila sarili nila as alternative. And then Secretary Gonzalez said, baka yung number 2, baka hindi kasi siya nakakahabol dahil hindi siya yung dapat pangtapat, so to speak.
While he apologized to Robredo, Gonzalez seemingly took a swipe yet again at Robredo, this time for her quote, openness to the communist movement. This is not the first time that Robredo was linked to the Reds, but the OVP has repeatedly shut down such claims.
Yung mainstream na CDP, NPA, NPF, at ipinasok nila ang kanilang mga mass movements dyan. No? Ito naman ay mga nakukuha kong reports. At ito lang ang pinapagambahan ko dyan.
For political pundit Professor Jean Franco, the recent fiasco backfired on the participants' campaigns and also revealed their true intentions.
That press conference fueled that perception that they were Trojan horses for Marcos Jr. You know, that press conference actually manifested that they felt that they no longer matter in this election.
Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after a quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. Maynilad advises their customers in Cavite to store water as they conduct network repair activities today. Speaking to Radyo 5, Maynilad's Head of Corporate Affairs, Jennifer Rufo, says the water interruption will affect several areas. And according to their Facebook page, these include areas in Bacoor and Imus. Rufo says other concession areas covered by Maynilad may also experience water interruptions in the coming days, which will happen from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Maynilad explains interruptions are caused by rising water demand during the summer, which is why they have to come up with ways to conserve the supply in their 37 water reservoirs, including the Angat Dam. Meanwhile, Manila Water also announced that they will be conducting maintenance activities starting today until Friday, April 22. The schedule of water interruptions are flashed on your screens. The health department reiterates its call for the public to follow health protocols and get vaccinated. This is more and more people are seen violating minimum public health standards in the country. Here's the report.
Tourism in Boracay is in full swing, especially during the Holy Week season. The number of visitors in the island reached over 20,000 during Monday, Thursday, and Good Friday alone. That's more than the 19,000 tourist limit in Boracay. Because of this, the health department gave the LGU a stern warning amid the threat of COVID-19.
Doon pa lang sa carrying capacity na dapat hindi nangyari na ganun kadami ang tao. Magagawa natin yun ng paraan kung may enforce lang natin kung ano yung mga nasa protocols at saka mga patakaran.
The World Health Organization previously said that if the minimum health standards are not observed, it is possible for the number of active COVID-19 cases in the country to reach 300,000 in mid-May. Over in Metro Manila, the WHO said that daily cases could reach as high as 60,000 if health protocol compliance drops to 50%. The DOH also fears that many Filipinos violated health protocols during the Holy Week.
We did not expect that people would really be going to places and not following the minimum public health standards. Marami rin dun sa mga dagat na pinupuntahan na talagang punong-puno sila at halos magkakadikit na sila dun sa mga lugar na yan.
But the department sees no significant rise in COVID cases, despite the ongoing campaign sorties nationwide. From April 12 to 18, the average daily COVID-19 cases in the country only reached 224. This is 17% lower than last week's figures. The positivity rate is now at 1.6%, while ICU and bed utilization rates remain at low risk. However, the health department is also flagging a small rise in cases in 14 regions in the country. This includes regions 1, 2, 3, Mimaropa, Caraga, Region 8, 11, and CAR.
Nag-positive ang kanilang one-week growth rate dahil yung iba from 0 case nagkaroon ng 2, from 0 case nagkaroon ng 3. Kaya nagpa-positive ang kanilang growth rate. But it doesn't mean that the increases were significant.
That's why the DOH continues to remind the public to follow health protocols and get vaccinated for COVID-19.
Nandito pa ho yung virus, hindi naman po nawala. Pagamat patuloy na bumababa ang ating mga kaso, virus is very much here. Ayaw na po natin bumalik na tayo po ay magkaka-restrictions uli at meron na ho na naman ng mga community lockdowns. Gusto natin magtuloy-tuloy na dun sa ating new normal.
Meanwhile, the health department has yet to finalize its decision regarding the second booster shot for immunocompromised individuals, senior citizens, and health workers. The agency is still waiting for the recommendation of the Health Technology Assessment Council regarding this issue.
Based from our update yesterday, according to the Health Technology Assessment Council Secretariat, magko-convene sila soonest time possible para tayo po ay magkaroon na nitong guidelines or recommendations from them so that DOH can be able to issue out the guidelines and we start implementation.
Once approved, vaccines from Pfizer, Moderna, Sinovac, AstraZeneca, Janssen, and Sputnik Light may be used for the 4th dose. As of April 18, the number of fully vaccinated Filipinos has risen to over 67 million, while 12.7 million people have received their booster shot.
Kakampinks rejoiced after another beauty queen, Catriona Gray, endorsed Vice President Leni Robredo for president. More details in this report from MJ Morfori.
And my choice for president is Leni Robredo.
From gray to pink, Miss Universe 2018 Catriona Gray has officially endorsed Vice President Leni Robredo for president and Kiko Pangilinan for vice president. In her YouTube channel, the beauty queen posted a video titled Pinuno para sa Bayan and cited Robredo's track record in COVID-19 crisis management.
She's the only candidate with experience in all 3 branches of our government: judiciary as a volunteer lawyer, legislative as a congresswoman, and executive as a vice president.
She also said that she considers 5 things in her decision. qualification, history, service, platform, and values. As expected, Kahampinks were delighted with the news as two Miss Universe queens are now supporting the vice president. 2015 title holder Pia Wurtzbach also endorsed Robredo last week. For News 5, MJ Marfori, we are One News.
And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us later at 2 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.